Hi everyone. So I heard the podcast on social welfare in the Trump administration, and my reaction to the podcast was it was a little weird because I saw how there was different point of views, how the guy that was the I think he was the one of the main people there at the social welfare in New York City, um, and how he was he had I think he had different views than the guy that's on the podcast. Um, so I kind of I kind of agreed with the terms of the discussion because the other two females that were there, they were saying there it's a problem here in America that we we're a developed country, but there's people that decide not to work because that ties in with their health care and they can get their Medicaid taken away, and that's why they decide to just not have a job because of and then they have serious medical issues and they can't get rid of their because how are they going to afford it, and they can't afford it, and eventually it could just be such a bad outcome. um and that's the thing with that I've noticed since this last book that we just read, how there's so many people that want to work and are willing to work, um but they just don't because they know they're going to get their benefits taken away, which I don't think that should tie in to what having a job should tie into insurance and Medicaid, because essentially private insurance is so expensive, and even then you have to pay a percentage of whatever doctor you go to or whatever medical bills you have. And Medicaid, you essentially don't have to pay anything. It covers everything, and there's people that just can't afford that and don't have that luxury to. And I think my values on social welfare have changed over this course because at the beginning of this course, when I would do discussions, I know that there was times that I would put I think there was one discussion, I can't remember what it was about, but I know that I put some individuals, the wealthy, no, I think it was the worthy and the unworthy poor. And yeah, there's people. I mean, there is people in the it's anywhere in the world that don't want to work, but they are lazy. They just don't think they need to. But um, when I put in the discussion, I was like, people shouldn't rely on this for the rest of their lives. Any type of welfare, they should get up. This is to help them get back on their feet, and that's what a lot of people do. They use it the guy that he made a comment over the podcast, and he was like, I was on welfare. I had food stamps and all this stuff that he said, and assistance because his parents essentially couldn't pay for his college tuition, and now he's successful, which is, yeah, people, there's many people that take that route and they do it like that too, but you never know the circumstances of somebody else's life and the way they do certain things. Many people just decide not to work because they will get their Medicaid taken away. They will get, and that's what is the most important part, is that you have to have Medicaid if you have a serious medical problem, because then there would be no way for that to cover, and there would be no way for you to pay for it, and that's very dangerous because people with diabetes, that some people really really need their insulin, and which is such a huge problem right now, that insulin is super expensive. That was even watching a story about how this lady has to cross the border every day to go look for the insulin in Mexico because it's just so expensive here. And in Mexico, there's not many, I don't think many people have insurance, but you buy it at a pharmacy, and and she's and it's the camera following her around, and she's going pharmacy to pharmacy in Mexico trying to find insulin because she can't afford it. Her insurance only covers so much of it, and she can't afford the rest of it, even though she has insurance, which is a private insurance. So I think my views, I think my values have changed throughout this course because now I understand people's well, different individuals like stories, and I understand that there's people that want to work and are willing to, but they just can't because they will get those like stuff like that taken away and they need it really badly. In this country, I hope to I like with the social welfare, I hope to see a change. Just even with like, yeah, I know there's people that don't want to work and that are lazy, and I understand that. And I'm pretty sure some people work the system. I mean, it's not like everyone is just like perfect and everybody wants to work. Like, no, I'm pretty sure there's people that work the system and find ways to like not have to work and be able to be on welfare. Um, but I hope there is a change in how insurance and Medicaid and all of that should not be tied into a job. Um, like people need to understand how it's hard to find a job, and even doing a minimum wage job, it doesn't even you can't even live above a poverty like the poverty line if you have a minimum wage job. Like you live in poverty essentially, and which is so sad. Like there needs to be a change where there needs to be like systems, like something else needs to work, because this is why there's so many people on welfare and on Medicaid and all this stuff and don't work because and start getting all these other benefits because of, oh, like they need it so badly. And that's what people don't understand is, and I think that's why like even billionaires and millionaires that have that, like they want those cuts in like they want to cut funds to those programs because they don't want their tax dollars going to like lazy people. But I just think there's not a lot of people that are educated on it, and that's what makes me sad that you don't know someone's story. And like President Trump, how he says he doesn't want a poor person running the country. Like it's just sad to hear stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like we're all human. I mean, yeah, some people are rich and some people are poor, but at the end of the day, we're all equal. Like we're all the same. I don't know. Which just I don't know. I just think there is, for us being a developed country, I think we should and could have a much better like system to where like other developed countries have. So I mean, it's difficult because this goes into politics and I don't know, it's hard. But thank you for watching.